Hey guys, welcome back. My name is I Ena Friedrich and on this channel I usually start my videos with my bare face and I end up looking something like this. This is the clip from my latest video and for today I prepare for you something different. Yeah, it's a makeup tutorial but it's also a full face of first impressions. So let's go ahead and start my new transformation. I already mentioned that this video is going to be a little bit different. It's a combination of first impressions and proper makeup tutorial. So I'm gonna start with my foundation as usual, and this time I'm using Baby Glow foundation from Guerlain. Mine is in shade 2, Clair. This is actually second time I've been using this product in front of the camera, and I've tested it out a couple of more times in private, simply because I wanted to check if it's going to break me out before I made up my mind about it. And now I can honestly say it's a beautiful sheer to medium skin-like finish foundation. The scent is very delicate and pleasant. I even think it has a slight blurring effect, which is always a plus if you have visible pores. Moving on to my eyes, I'll show you every step I took to create today's look. I picked Dark Magic palette from Morphe and JACLYN Hill Wall collection. I'll be honest, I'm always drawn to warm tones and grays. Cool tone browns are not my first picks, and that's why I decided to step out of my comfort zone and create something different. For my base, I've used black kajal from Revolution just to make this look super long lasting and dark and smoky. First shade I went with is deep dark cool tone brown, and I'm gonna pack it on. I want it to be very opaque. I don't care about blending at this point. Once I applied enough pigment in my crease and outer corner, I'm gonna pick a lighter brown shade, which I'm gonna show you in a second, and I'm gonna blend the edges of that dark brown and really push it up almost to my brows. I'm going for a very dramatic look. This light brown looks as a cool tone grayish brown in the pan, but it applies more as a mixture of neutral and warm tone. I haven't expected that, but I still think it looks nice. Maybe it's even better that way. And you really want to go back and forward with this type of looks. If needed, switch to a smaller brush and apply more of that dark pigment or spend more time blending the edges. To really diffuse those edges, I pick this fluffier brush and I'm going all around until I'm satisfied with the result. This palette is really pigmented, but I'm getting a lot of kickback in the pan. To be honest, I don't mind it until it performs good on the eyes. And for my lid, I picked this silver shade. It's a beautiful, very reflective color and I haven't even wet my brush. If you're into cool tones and smoky eyes, I think you'll love this palette. I own this entire wall collection, so let me know if you're interested to see more of my tutorials using these palettes. I got this silver glitter eyeliner from Focallure and I went and applied it on top of that silver just to make it a bit more sparkly. It applied nicely and looked beautiful for a moment. The problem is, this formula is drying so slow and I applied only one sheer layer. It smudged on me later on because after like 5 minutes it was still tacky. That's the reason why I can't recommend this product if you're interested to use it in the same way as I have. If you just want to apply it as an inner corner, highlight, you can probably get away with it. Anyway, I blended my outer corner with darker shimmer shade and ended up using matte black, and now I'm gonna switch back to my base. This huge contour stick called The One is from Revolution and boy oh boy, it's very warm. I wouldn't consider this as a product for cream contouring. It's definitely more useful as cream bronzer. It definitely gave my face a nice warmth and blended very easily. I didn't think I'll end up liking it, but I think it's a nice cream bronzer, not a contour stick. You can still see fallouts on my face, but don't worry, I'll clean that out, and I still have to apply my concealer. I'm very excited about this one. It's Overachiever Concealer from Huda Beauty in shade 04 Meringue, and I was a bit skeptical about this shade. I thought it could appear very yellow on my face, but I ended up loving everything about this concealer. The applicator, shade, pigmentation, coverage, it looks so good and feels hydrating. I really love this one. It's time to set my face, and this was interesting. I got pressed powder from Farmasi, and that's the one which I ended up using all over my face because that shade looked way too dark to be applied under my eyes. And for my under the eye area, I applied Emotional Radiance powder from Lush. This powder looks straight up pink. I was a bit worried but once I applied it on my skin, it looked kind of translucent, kind of white. My under the eye area and the rest of my face looked pretty smooth. I haven't expected it, but they both performed really beautifully. It may seem as I have too much powders on my face, but it all gonna sink into my skin and look so much better after I apply setting spray. This powder from Farmasi is described as one shade fits all, but I noticed a slight yellowish tint, which I do like, but I don't think it's gonna work for a very fair skin tones. I'm gonna show you close-ups so you could see how smooth and my face looks today. Please keep in mind that I'm keeping sharpness on my camera settings very high, so my actual skin looks better in the real life than in my videos. And I'm not going to use any smoothing filters, so you could see every little detail. Next product I'm about to try is this HD Pro Powder Contour Palette in shade Fair. This is from Revolution, and I tried only one shade from contouring and matte highlight shade on the bridge of my nose and the tip. I own the same palette in shade medium, and I can honestly recommend you already both of these type of cream and powders palette from Revolution. They're super affordable, pigmented and easy to blend. I thought I won't be this lucky with first impression video, but so far I'm impressed with everything except that eyeliner from Focallure. I've used almost all drugstore and affordable products, so let's give this one a go. It's a Moyen Blondes bronzer from Guerlain, and I wanted to test this one in my Guerlain One Brand tutorial video, but I ended up using another one. This one is so pigmented and dark and warm. Somehow, I don't even know how, I made it work after the blush and highlighter. They just simply blended one into another. I had a couple of options for my blush, Mauve Pink from Focallure, another Corally blush from Revolution, but I picked this Radiant Light. Which shade is it? Let me just check. Okay, so the shade is called Breathe, and it looks really radiant, subtle, and almost as a blush topper. It's hard to detect it on the camera, but I do think it's a nice powder. I might even use it as an overall powder similar to Meteorite Balls and Radiance Booster powders from Guerlain. Moving on to the highlight, again I have options. This huge highlighter Sunkiss from Revolution looks nice, but I wanted to test this Strobe Lightning palette. It contains 3 highlights, pinky, champagne and white greeny shade. They looked really pretty. First I went with the champagne shade, which is in the middle of this palette, and then I used fixing spray, and before my skin dried down completely, I went on my highest points of my cheeks with that first white shade with green reflex. This palette is absolutely beautiful. It's not as intense as some of my high-end highlighters, but they are buildable. I made an order on a similar palette and basically the same color theme, so I'm pretty sure I'll give this one to my friend. This concludes my face makeup, so I'm gonna switch back to my eyes, and I'm gonna use the same palette and the same shades. And I'm starting with the lightest brown and the small fluffy brush. I prefer my lower lash line to be very smoky and intense, so I'll drag it pretty low. Then I'm gonna apply the same black kajal in my waterline, and I'm gonna tightline my upper lash and smudge it. To set it in place, I'm using matte black shadow and a little bit of that deep dark brown, and I'm gonna blend it, of course. To diffuse those edges, again I'm using the lightest brown, and as a last step to clean it up, huge clean blending brush will do the trick. Let's not forget the eyeliner. I'm skipping the wing, but I still want to draw the lines so my lashes will blend more seamlessly with the roots of my natural lashes. The one I used is from Catrice, simple matte black liner, and it performed nicely even on top of this shimmer shade. For mascara, I went with mascara from Guerlain, and this is actually a second time I've been using it. It's a decent mascara. I can tell you it's very long lasting, but I don't really need much from mascara. I just need mascara which won't smudge under my eyes, and that's about it. I couldn't decide should I go with Good Days or I Want It All, second guessing lashes, and I ended up picking I Want It All. Again, another beautiful style of lashes. I love how my eyes turned out. I would never pick red lipstick over some beautiful nude shades, but just for the sake of this video, I decided to do something different. So the shade I went with is Red Love. This is from Farmasi, and I paired it with lip liner from the same brand in the shade 206. It's a little bit drying, but the shade is gorgeous. One of those blue tone reds which looks beautiful on every skin tone, and they make your teeth appear super white. This is the look I created. Hopefully you like it, and hopefully you'll find this video helpful. Thank you for watching, enjoy your day, and bye bye.